Hey guys, welcome back to Critical Flick. Today I'm reviewing The Man from Toronto from Netflix. So The Man from Toronto stars Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson. It is another buddy cop movie that features Kevin Hart, and it has him as kind of, the typical Kevin Hart character. He's goofy, he's comedic, he's likable, he's kind of down on his luck, and Woody Harrelson plays this really grizzled assassin torturer individual, and they end up crossing paths and they end up working together. So it's kind of what you expect from a movie like this. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. In this film, Kevin Hart's character Teddy wants to throw a nice birthday celebration for his wife. He books this cabin in Virginia, and he's traveling out there to have a nice romantic weekend with her when he ends up falling into this situation where they think that he's this assassin. They think he's the Man from Toronto, and he gets thrown into this huge international mission where you have someone from Venezuela, this general who wants to overthrow the government. He needs to get this information from some individuals, so he has to torture them to get them, and then Woody Harrelson shows up because there's this big payday for him. So they come together to complete the mission together because he kind of stepped on his toes. And a lot of this movie is, as you would expect, kind of them playing off each other. And I think their chemistry is decent. It's not amazing, but I do like Woody Harrelson as his character, and I do like Kevin Hart as his character, so there were some funny moments to be had. Overall, though, the big thing I would say is that the movie is a little bit slow, in my opinion. It's a little bit dull at times. There were some high moments, and that's what I didn't really understand. There were some big action set pieces, which I did enjoy. The first couple of them looked a little bit iffy as far as green screen and CGI. It didn't need to be that overblown. There's a scene in particular where they're falling out of an airplane. I feel like so many movies do that now, and it never looks good, and they always do it. So that kind of took me out of it a little bit. But there's a scene in particular in the third act where they're fighting a bunch of different assassins, and I thought that looked kind of cool. It reminded me almost something of Kingsman. I liked that aspect of the movie, and it was kind of weird they kind of held off on that for the most part till the third act. There is an assassin, the Man from Miami, who shows up throughout the movie trying to stop them, and there's kind of some espionage and some backstabbing. It's not too convoluted. I like that they kept it pretty simple for a comedy like this. And the movie does try at times to get a little more serious because Kevin Hart's character is someone who's really down on his luck. He's trying. He's this like lovable loser in a way, and you're rooting for him. You want him to get his big break, and you're kind of pushing throughout the movie. Woody Harrelson's character, the Man from Toronto, you feel like there's a little bit below the surface. Maybe he has a heart of gold, and it just like doesn't capitalize on that enough in my opinion, and it just feels like a very formulaic movie that's just following the beats of all these other movies that we've seen Kevin Hart do. And if you like those movies and you like Kevin Hart, I think you'll enjoy it. If you don't like those movies, this may be on like the lower tier of them. It may not be up there with some of the other ones. So it's definitely up to if you like this type of movie. For me personally, like I said, it felt a little bit dull. It felt a little bit played out. There were some fun moments. There were some cool action set pieces. I wish they would have went a little bit more with it, maybe tighten it up a little bit. The movie is almost 2 hours. If we could have got like a really tight hour and a half of like action-packed comedy, that might have been a little bit better in my opinion. If I were to rate this movie, I would give it a 4.5 out of 10. Slightly below average, not like an aggressively bad movie. It's a fine movie if you want to pop it on. Like I said, if you like these Kevin Hart buddy cop films, you'll probably like it. If you don't, you probably won't. But I feel like it's perfectly serviceable. It's right in the middle. It's not aggressively bad, not aggressively good. It just is what it is. So if you checked out The Man from Toronto, let me know what you think about it. Did you feel the same way I felt? Did you really dislike it? Maybe you really liked it. I love to see other people's opinions. Like I said, it's one of those movies that if you like it, you like it. It's just that formula. Some people, it really hooks people. Netflix loves doing these kind of movies. So leave those comments down below. Remember to like and subscribe, and see you guys next time.